Welcome back, you masters of your own fates. Welcome to another exciting day of Let's Playing Aidyn Chronicles. Glad to have you here. Hope all is well with you. We're still living in Corona land in August 24th of 2020. It's probably not when this is going to get posted, but, you know, we'll give it a date. My office got shut down. So we're all working remotely from home permanently now. So Chezni has his office set up. Office. It's kind of nice. Hopefully the recording situation is a little better now. Anyway, last we left off, I believe we buried Bowden. No, gosh, what am I saying? We buried... Oh, okay. So we buried... Cardog. You know, hang on, I gotta look up the username of this person. Hang on, one moment. Okay, so I don't know how to pronounce it. So username Sehr, S-E-H-R. This beautiful user Sehr decided to point out that I had been incorrectly saying Cardog's name. It's not Cardog at all. It's Cradwog. Or Crodwog, or Crodwa. I'm not really sure. The man's dead. So there's not a lot of opportunity we're going to get, again, to say his name. But yes, Sehr, thank you. Thank you for your comments on many of the Aidyn Chronicles videos. I did get quite a good laugh out of your polite pointing out that, yes, indeed, it's not Cardwog at all. It's Cradwa. Or Cradwog. I'm not really sure. Maybe the GH is silent. I'm going to go with Crodwa. Either way, it's a silly fantasy name, but it'd be nice if I said the guy's name right even when he was, you know, in his death. Anyway, what were we doing, guys? We buried Cradwa, and, oh yeah, figured out that he wasn't able to name us. And I believe we're headed to Terminor. Because reasons? There was probably something magical. Ardra probably told us to go there. Let's get out of here. Let's go to Terminor. Port City. No, that's Port Said. What is Terminor? Terminor is kind of like, I don't know. It's this part of Aidyn's New York City or something like that. It's further south. Wait. If it's south, we're going the wrong direction. What a great way to start out the Let's Play. To Terminor! Heads immediately in the wrong direction. That was weird. What the... Well, hold up. What's going on here? Let's try and walk this. Hey, come on. Let's up there. Oh well. Just more shenanigans in Aidyn Chronicle land. Alright. Will this be the last time we pass through Talawak? Could be. I don't know how many other reasons we have to come back here. No, might run into Rita's friend around here, I think we come back there. Here after that. Who cares? Let's go onward to adventure. To adventure! I'm sure it's around the corner here somewhere. Adventure, that is. It always is. This is nice, though. I know we're looking at some of the ugliest polygons ever known to man, but believe it or not, this is comforting. The rain, the mountainside. Well, we obviously don't want to go that way. To the free city! The free city! As a red-blooded American, anything that says free immediately puffs up my chest with pride. The free city, Terminor. Oh, what happened now? Oh. Well, I don't think I've ever had Beckon at this point of the game, so didn't realize he even had things to say. What voice were we doing with Beckon?
Can we stop soon and have a meal?
There's no time. If we can find an inn, we'll stop. Let's wait until we get there. We just came out of Terminor. Or, sorry, Talawalk. It's kind of funny that he wants to stop and have a meal. Let's wait until we... I guess we'll say if we find an inn, we'll stop. There's not very... I want to agree with him. Like, sure, we'll have a meal with Beckon. Why not? Anyway, we'll tell him if we find an inn.
A good decision. But once we get there, and the innkeeper approaches, why don't you try a local recipe?
What do you mean? What local recipe?
You eat the same food everywhere we go, boy. Bread and plain meat. Terrible.
I like what I eat.
No change? No variety? Puh, why quest at all? You go out into the world, but you push the world away.
You quest to see new things?
Why else?
Why does water run, or fire burn? It does. Knights quest because they do.
And would you like a world where every town stood just the same?
Well, no.
No, you wouldn't. Why quest when every day is the same routine adventure?
I ask myself that every day I wake up for work. There are differences.
The same monsters, same battles.
Well, no. I wouldn't like that.
Neither would I.
Somebody tell that to the game developers when we were on Chaos Island, where we did nothing but fight the same things over and over again.
I'll look hard and far for an inn, and let you know when I have found one.
Alright, Beckon. Thanks, buddy. Glad you're looking out for us. Seems like a really weird... I mean, it was a nice conversation. It reveals that Beckon enjoys trying new things. Which, frankly, is, kind of, I think, a sign that you're aging well. I feel like if you're one of the venerable old people, that's what I'm going to call them. I'm a venerable old person, sort of. One day I'll become a super old venerable person. Regardless, I feel like too often, you know, the older you get, the easier it would be to stop liking new things, to get caught up in living in the past forever. Chezni says, while he's playing a game for the Nintendo 64 in the era where the PS5 is about to come out. Look, all I'm trying to say is it's good Beckon likes to try new things. We're stuck in melee range with the scout. So Brenna took a nice Earth Smite hit, or whatever they call that. But she seems to be doing fine now. It helps that Warfang heals her stamina a bit when she strikes. Chaos Scouts, or rather the Chaos Minions, giving no quarter, no rest. Still patrolling the passageways from one town to another. However, at this point, having gone to the island, I think we're really not afraid of any of them anymore. I think the party at this point has seen so many chaos creatures that they become experts on the matter. So what do you think the chaos creatures do to just normal people as they travel by? Like, what is their goal? What is their motive? What does Rabasat even want? She wants the power of the wildling, or the wilding. But what does she want from just normal people? Oh, that's right. We have magic. Silly me, I wasn't even casting anything in that last fight. Getting used to the new buttons here. So I bought a new controller. It's not terribly important other than it's got twice as many buttons as a normal Xbox controller, so I'm still trying to figure out where everything where all the buttons are. It looks like it still registers on the little mini icon down there, so that's good at least. More chaos minions. Well, buckle in, guys. We're going to be here for a little while. I'm sure that the trend of placing an unending supply of monsters along the road from one path to another will not cease. I feel like our characters are pretty strong at this point. Of course, I say that, and that's exactly the time when the game decides to throw you something that you can't kill. But in all seriousness, all the characters have kind of just come into their own. They, except for Rita. I don't know if Rita's ever going to be useful. Do we just have to accept that naming magic just kind of sucks no matter what you do? I don't know, I think somebody out there who's probably a lot more patient than me, who maybe leveled up Rita's stupidity spell or something. I've heard he can do funny things with the stupidity spell. Unfortunately, I've always been a rather blunt mage. If it doesn't deal damage, then what's the point? Yeah, we've been here. Chest reveals that. Alright, no need to get too meticulous with our exploration then. I think I remember this. We came down here and there were like bandits or something. Although I don't know if we went this way. Can we go into the water? No. How far does the water go out? As far as the eye can see. Got some rocks here. I think that's all we got. Some rocks and water. Wolves? This will be funny. I feel like after a certain point, enemies should just stop fighting you. I mean, seriously. If you've ever played Earthbound, after a certain point, you just go into the battle and instantly win. I feel bad talking about Earthbound like I know what it is. I tried so many times to play Earthbound, I can't stand it. I think the farthest I made it was like the 3rd town. Which is hilarious because I'm a Ness main. Ness main since the 64. Shoutouts to all you Ness mains. In Smash Bros, of course. Little PK boy. But yeah, in the words of Tristan Taylor, voiced by Little Karibo. What a pointless interlude. Ah, this is nice. I like this. I like this part of the countryside. I like all these little pieces of land that are jutting out. Looks interesting. Let's go check it out. I'm gonna climb to the top of this thing. Don't you have that, like, childlike... What the... Get into a fight? What? Rita? Oh, think. How do you do British? I was watching you before. You cast well. Do I? How well? Very well. You should begin your training quickly. Very quickly. Why can't I? I'm not channeling John Oliver today. Very well. You should begin your training quickly. No, I can't do it. Sorry, guys. First, a wizard must choose me. How did you begin? I'm not really much of a magician. Let's ask her how she began. Oh, the usual. Fireballs, tokens, scapulars. Scapulars? There's something new. A long, narrow piece of cloth, about the width of your shoulder. There's an opening in the center, so that it can be slipped over your head. Then it hangs at equal length on your right and left side, over your tunic and under your belt. Can they help Neeson? No, but they can protect others. The magic can be very powerful. By the way, I've noticed you attract the starlight. When was this? You do it all the time. Last night, for instance, you moved a sock from one side of the camp to the other. Did you see it glow for a moment when you set it down? That was the sack. Oh, sack or sock? I think it's a sack. That was the sack glowing, not me. Ah, but you drew the starlight. You drew the star. Criminy. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble remembering what a British accent even sounds like. But you drew the stardust into the air. After your touch, the particles of the planets were drawn to the sack and stayed there in some sort of glimmer. It doesn't last long. I only know the naming magics. How did you do that? It just happens. Well, it doesn't just happen for me. I'm no good at all with the stars. I think Pandora was right. You may be a wilding after all. Alright, so Rita acknowledges that Alaron is a wilding. Brenna didn't really seem to like Pandora at all. But Rita apparently is at least trusting her sage advice at this point. Direwolves, I guess, have a lot of HP. 66 and he's still kicking. I hear walking in water. Oh, and a scorpion. It's interesting. A lone scorpion. Looks like there's a big one here. We'll take out the big one first. The giant scorpion. Oh, we should probably take advantage of Alaron's magic. Except we'll torch Brenna. Dragon Flames it is. That's not too bad. Considering Dragon Flames tends to be on the lower side of damage. Yeah, it's pretty good actually. Smoked. Oh, there's two more? Maybe they'll run away. Cool. They're fleeing. Yeah, but the other one's a large scorpion, so it's gonna stick around. It probably has a higher base morale value. Oh, they're both large scorpions. No, that one just... That one thinks it's the one. Maybe we can kill it from here. Now you flee. Get a lot more EXP from those scorpions than the wolves, although that kind of makes sense. They're both equally defeatable by our team, but I think back when we were struggling against both wolves and scorpions, scorpions probably were the two more dangerous of the two. So treasure chests with gold, sort of indicative that the devs really didn't know what to give you anymore, so they're just putting gold everywhere. This is a very nice scenic route. I don't get to come this way very often. To be honest, I normally don't even play the game to this point most of the time. I think most of my adventures tend to peter out probably about the point where I get to the Chaos Island. Hear thumping. I'm sure somebody out there, one of you Aidyn Chronicles masters might know, but is it possible to go to Terminor before you've even done all of the naming island nonsense? Is there an advantage to it? Because to quote Gandalf, I have no memory of this place. I don't know where we are. I'm not terribly familiar with the path to Terminal. We're not running into anything dangerous, that's for sure. These are things we've been seeing since the beginning of the game. Plus they don't really come in great number, especially when it came to that Minotaur. Perhaps that's why the chests don't contain anything interesting. Because technically you had access to this. What? I say that, and then we get a Ring of Healing. Plus 5 endurance, so equipping it automatically gives you 5 HP, plus the ability to use photosynthesis? Watch out! That ring turns you into a plant! Well, this is cool. Alright, finally something exciting happened. Who do we want to give this to? I mean, technically Brenna has the lowest HP. It probably makes the most sense to give it to her. Now Brenna's a plant. We'll have to test out her ability to convert sunlight into nutrients. I wonder if it only works during the day. Oh, do we get to... Yes! Yes, we get to explore water caves! Every good RPG lets you go behind the waterfall, or up the river, or in a cave with water. It's great. And wouldn't you just want to, like, live here? Like, if you had this next to your house, you could just go into this nice little cool cave. I bet you the temperature is very low here. It's probably not very humid. It's got this nice little waterfall. This is so scenic. A bunch of gemstones we can't use. Oh, I think the gemstones are still there. Look at that, we can't move through. We can't interact with them because we already picked them up, but the game treats them as if they're still there. Oh, I hear walking. That's not good. We're not going to be able to conduct photosynthesis in a cave. Oh, harpies. Kind of makes sense. Okay, but harpies and wyverns? Working together? Unless the wyverns are the males of the species. Our frame rate is still 50 on the emulator, but for the actual game, it's tanking like mad. Oh my gosh, I don't know why either. There's nothing even particularly like frame intensive going on. Unless you count the harpies and the wyverns flapping their wings. So Fireball not really doing much here. Not really doing much at all. Tap stamina, okay, standard spell. Indicative of the Necromancer school, although the monsters tend not to necessarily follow school rules, do they? Maybe they do. I'm trying to think of a monster that casts spells from 2 different schools. I think if they do cast from 2 different schools, it's only ever the Chaos minions. But even then I can't remember a specific example. But they cast Mirror on themselves. Perhaps it's better just to throw the Dragon Fang at something. Yeah, it does about the same amount of damage. Okay, Wyvern advances. Attacks back, and the problem is, unless they're attacking like Brenna from behind or something, I don't think anybody on the team is in any real danger from a Wyvern attack. Maybe if it was a Dracovyvern? The tap stamina is annoying. It is whittling our HP down a little bit. But I don't think this is a fight where anything threatens to kill us. Nothing can do enough damage. I think probably they needed to make it so that more than 4 enemies can attack you at a time. I think maybe if 8 enemies could attack you, then weaker enemies would be a lot more threatening, or at least potentially threatening. I don't know if a lot is the right word. Like, for instance, I could see 8 harpies casting tap stamina being threatening. But not 2. Come on, Chezni. How do you swap characters here? Alright, let's continue looking at this cave. Get a nice view. Man, if we were kids, we could jump off here, cannonball into the water, swim on out of the cave. This would be a great hangout spot. I guess that's all she wrote, though. Is that really it? Huh. I'm gonna do another quick pass up where the harpy was. I'm just confused, like, we were able to grab the gemstones, no problem, and that seemed to be the only treasure. But then coming all the way back here gets you into the harpy fight. But there was no real reason to come up here. Yeah, I think that's it. Chalk it up to being the lair of a harpy. Well, that was fun. I think they should have put the Ring of Healing inside the Harpy Cave, though. Like, putting it out here on the beach doesn't really make any sense. You would kind of want the most interesting part of the treasure to be guarded at the very end of the off-the-beaten route, so to say. Is that a troll? Have we encountered trolls yet? I don't think we have. Is this our first troll? Well, in traditional D&D, trolls are very weak to fire. I can't remember if they're threatening in Aidyn Chronicles or not. Well, apparently they're going to resist that fireball spell. 2 of them are going to resist. Yikes. I know it's nighttime, but come on. Alright, Brenna. Show him what's up. Show him that we have nothing to fear. Okay, we might have a little bit to fear. Let's try... Well, that's no good. I don't know why Beckon is missing any HP at all. Didn't we just heal? Characters might lose stamina while they run on the overworld. I'm not 100% sure on that. I think that's possible. Rita should be fine because she has that chaos shield. Brenna should be okay because she's flanked by Beckon. So she'll probably not get surrounded. Apparently spells are no good, so let's have Alaron chuck the Dragon Fang. The trolls seem to have a lot of HP. They're not particularly fast. 15 while facing Brenna is quite a bit. 27 while facing Beckon is a lot. Looks like they also poisoned Brenna, but as we've discussed earlier, poison in this game is kind of laughable. 27 while facing Beacon, though. We gotta be a little bit careful. I think Beacon is our most heavily armored guy. But with 2 of them dead, I think we're gonna be okay. They seem to be rather slow. I think that's what's hurting them the most. Or we're fast. Take your pick. We all have 30 decks now, don't we? It is as fast as you can get in the game. They definitely overpowered decks. They probably should have split decks into... That was a little bit scary. I was a little worried for Brenna there. They probably should have split decks into, like, dexterity and agility, where agility governs how many turns you take per round, and dexterity governs all of the other stuff that dexterity governs. Yeah, because, like, see here, everyone has 30 decks. I imagine we just went... Yeah, judging by all the 8s, we probably went to the school and taught everybody everything, didn't we? Brenna doesn't have very much EXP. What was she spending it on? Mechanic and Thief? Probably Thief. Yeah, we wouldn't just save up for 100,000 for Thief for Brenna. Meanwhile, Old Man Beacon. We could just give him level 9 Thief. We should probably give him higher points in Hafted, though. Just improves chance to hit. He's 10 in Warrior. Putting points in Hafted is so boring, though. He doesn't really seem to be having much trouble hitting. I feel like maybe Strength? Oh, Strength is already at 30, never mind. So we can't really make him deal more damage, which is what I actually want to do. But, yeah. I don't know. I guess we rotate Shield and Hafted with him. Yeah, it's good enough. Rita has a ton of EXP. Were we just giving her Wizard, I assume? Might as well. Alaron doesn't have too much. Is he 10 in Wizard? No. We'll just save up for Wizard level 9 for Alaron. Gotta remember to try photosynthesizing. Although it's probably not gonna work now. Let's go ahead and take a nap. See if we can turn it into daytime. Yeah, pass the marshmallows. Yeah, crab. So here's this giant enemy crab. What the? Lizard man? The heck's a lizard man? I mean, I know what a lizard man is, but I don't remember these guys. I hope they burn. One of them is just right outside the range. Right down the road. Apparently lizard men are also resistant to fire. or magic. Anything that's green. They don't respect the fireball. I'm gonna assume lizardmen are weak. Yeah, they look about on par with trolls. Digging those shoulder arms, though. They seem to be equipped with javelins and a shield of sorts. Ooh, Lizardman Sergeant. Fancy. Everyone's just outside of Brenna's backstabbing range. Oh, their shields are turtle shells. That's so cute. Anyway, aside from having enough HP that they don't immediately die when Brenna stabs them, I don't really see that much worth being afraid of here. Strange that they're fighting with the Chaos Crab. Does that mean... Okay, sorry about that. Not sure what happened there. Anyway, does that mean that the lizards are being manipulated? Deceived by the creatures of chaos? To engage and do the chaos minions' dirty work? Or do they find the alliance to be beneficial? It depends on how smart the lizardmen are. Whether they are of limited intelligence or whether they are an intelligent race as smart as any human. I hope that one across the map just leaves. Yeah, there we go. Stormer. Stormer was the best character in Gem. And if you don't know what Gem is, well then that's just truly outrageous. Let's see here. We got those turtle shield shells, 2 of them. They're probably worse than the chaos shields. Yeah. By a long shot. That's a pity. I think the turtle shields are cool. But statistically, there's just no reason to use them. More gold. Yeah, we got a full set of chaos gear for everyone, right? Robes, shield, robes, shield, robes, shield, yeah. Pity. Means any armor and shield that we pick up is probably gonna just be garbage. So we came all the way down here basically just for that ring. The ring of healing. Can't say that it was really not worth it, because getting an extra 5 HP on Brenna is a-okay. Gotta have Brenna photosynthesize. I keep saying it, I keep forgetting to do it. Gotta have Brenna photosynthesize in the next fight. Alright, we're gonna fight this bat. It's probably gonna be an extremely easy fight, but we don't care. Brenna is... yeah, that is a lot of darkened bats. Darkened bats might actually damage us. I don't think they're threatening enough to kill us, but... if there was going... yeah, there we go. If there was going to be a bat that did anything, it would be a darkened bat. Brenna should be up soon, but we're gonna turn her into a plant. Here we go. Is it gonna appear on her spells? No. Wait, so photosynthesis is a passive, I'm assuming then. Does she just like heal during the day? We'll have to try and keep an eye out for her. See if any numbers pop up above her head or something. Or just watch her health bar. I mean, with a name like photosynthesis, you would have to assume that it just heals her during the day. I don't know what else it would do, especially because it doesn't seem usable. I didn't miss it, did I? No. Yeah, it's just not here. Perhaps it only heals endurance damaged HP and not stamina, which is why we don't see it healing her now. Because we're lazy, we're just gonna have the Alaron chuck things across the map. We're not even gonna pull everyone out to go up in front. Words. We're not going to move everyone across the map to fight them in melee range, is what I meant to say. Although that darkened bat seems like he doesn't want to run just yet. Yeah, okay. If you're gonna make us fight you, then I suppose you'll make us fight you. Hopefully we just nuke them all. I'm just imagining there being like a cloud of bats that all descend upon the party, and Alaron just shoots a single fireball and they just scatter. Beck can get into level. That boy don't need more HP. Chest probably has gold. Jundar leather. Interesting. Might be useful if we didn't have chaos robes. Take a look at this Jundar leather. $15 stealth. And not that bad protection, really. In fact, I mean, that's... I'm not going to use it, but... You don't lose out on dexterity. You pay for it with 3 protection, though. You also don't lose out on endurance. You know, I think Jundar leather would be an acceptable alternative to chaos robes. I still think the chaos robes are better. The 3 protection and the 25 magic resist is too good. But if you didn't want to use chaos robes, Jundar leather would be fine. If you valued that 1 extra point of dexterity, in addition to the ability to stealth at plus 15. At plus 15 stealth, if you drink a stealth potion, do you just vanish from existence? Do people, like, forget who you were? Your mother forgets you were born? I don't know where those footsteps are coming from. I'm just gonna ignore them. So we went up these 2 cliffs. At this point, I don't know if we're going to find anything new on this left side. Doesn't really look like it. Oh, dire wolves. Wolf, sorry, correction. We'll have Brenna the plant backstab them. She seems to be capped at 66. She did 66 last time she backstabbed a dire wolf. Is it possible to raise her strength? Give her just a little more oomph. Problem is, we really probably just want to save up for level 10 thief and get that out of the way. That way we can stop worrying about it. Wow, a lot of people are talking today. Alaron? Oh, it's you. Long day? It was, but that can't be helped. How much further to Terminor? I'm not sure. Why do you ask? Curiosity. I want to find out about her. The queen, I meant. Don't you want to hear more about Boadicea? Boadicea? Boadicea. Boadicea? Boadicea? She died before we ever knew her. But she was the last queen, and Phelan must have loved her. Wait, why is she talking about Boadicea? Oh, I think Phelan's queen came from Terminor. Do you think she was a good queen? Has Sheridan ever mentioned her? What makes you say that? I don't really like Sheridan, but I am curious if Sheridan ever mentioned her. Let's go with that one. No, he didn't know her. It's sad, isn't it? All Boadicea left to Sheridan were her ties to Terminor and his lunar aspect. Wait, they just referenced lunar aspect as if it's a real thing? So Sheridan is a lunar aspect person. Does that mean Boadicea was a lunar aspect? I mean, you'd have to assume. Lunar? I thought Sheridan was solar aspected. Oh no. I heard Aberkin teaching him how to compensate for his weakness in the sun during battle. He's definitely lunar. But what? You think Sheridan should only fight after dark? Never mind. I'll ask him about it myself. So why would Alaron think that Sheridan was solar aspect? It's possible that Alaron is just completely oblivious to the things going on around him. That seems pretty accurate, to be honest. It's also possible that Sheridan lied to him, told him he was the lunar aspect, in order to deceive Alaron. Since I believe on some level Sheridan knew or suspected that Alaron was something more than just a squire. It does, at least, if you didn't suspect Sheridan of anything nefarious before, does cast him into a darker shadow. And tips you off that perhaps Sheridan was lying about something. Cyclopses, which are giant man babies, they die so quickly. I almost feel bad. And a single bandit. What story do these guys tell? The single bandit who befriended the Cyclops, traveled with them, camped with them. Now, here we are, just to light them all on fire and move on. Because we're the heroes, and morality is relative. Then again, though, they did attack us. Ooh, Dragon Fang on Dragon Fang. Managed to get a hit at least. Oh, the unkempt mottled skin of the Cyclops. It appears as if they have some kind of like series of, I don't know, I'd almost describe it as warty skin on their arms. Throw a dragon fang at us, will you? Ooh, we're 0 for 1. The bandit is showing us up. Wow. Alright, look here, you. We gotta land this hit. Okay, there we go. Redeemed ourselves. Poor guys. Why is there a race of Cyclops, though? Do they exist as magical creatures? I mean, do they have a society? Do they have hopes and dreams? Were they pushed out of civilization due to looking different? Picked up a Cyclops Hurl Star. Let's check the stats on Alaron's Dragon Fang, just for comparison's sake. 8 with 60, or sorry, no, 60 with 4. 60 base, 4 damage. 45 base, 5 damage. So you trade damage for accuracy. Personally, I'd rather have the accuracy. So naturally we come in here to their camp, kill them, and take their gold. And then leave. Truly, Aidyn Chronicles is a game where you plunder many, many things. More bats. Bats. Singular. Oh, at this point... you have to wonder why they even try. I say that. This guy's feisty. If I could just send this bat along, I would. He deserves it after the double attack 15-16 damage on Brenna. Oh well. We set off into the countryside a fair bit today. Managed to find a ring that turned Brenna into a plant. Gotten to enjoy the nice scenic locales. So when we pick up, we'll be continuing our journey to Terminor in the next one. Until then, stay safe, have a great evening, see you then.